Alrighty. So we are doing a full multiplayer run through of Star Wars Jedi Knight, the series, Dark Forces and Jedi Knight series. Like, we're starting. I'm actually gonna start Jedi Outcast first. But there's a lot of multiplayer stuff in this series, so we're gonna definitely so the first thing we're actually gonna do is tackle the demo level on Jedi Outcast. Which is okay, the context for the demo level on Jedi Outcast is, you know, obviously it was only accessible through a demo on the PC, but the GameCube version has it if you type in a certain cheat code. So we're actually going to start with the GameCube version of Jedi Outcast. Yeah, this level was a lot of fun. Got a lot of laughs out of me and my friends over the years. So definitely excited for that. And then, yeah, this will be, I mean, this is kind of the finishing part of the whole Jedi Knight series. So definitely a bit, you know, bittersweet, just because there sadly isn't any more Jedi Knight games right now. Maybe in the future. Would be a lot of fun if they made another game similar to this. So we're gonna first start out with the GameCube version of Jedi Outcast. Then we'll jump into the PC version. We'll go from first to end. So we'll start with Dark Forces 1 after Jedi Outcast, and then we'll go all the way to Jedi Academy, which, you know, most of these multiplayer. Okay, so I've played every multiplayer map in Outcast. I've played I've explored a little bit of the multiplayer maps in Mysteries of the Sith. Excuse me. And then that's about it. I like don't know anything much about Jedi Academy or the other games. In terms of maps, I know it obviously in Jedi Academy you can do double bladed and 2 lightsabers, so we're definitely going to try that out. I haven't tried that out before. Definitely excited to see that. Okay, so we get the GameCube version here. So what we're going to do is, so I do own the game. I want to try this out on my P Plus Dolphin. So usually this is like a custom Dolphin for P Plus, but it turns out you could probably play other games on it. I mean, you can. So we're gonna test this out. Do 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 da da da. Okay. So we get the volume. Yeah, that's another thing too. Is the P Plus. That's what's playing this Yoshi intro. So there's also should be preset with like volume and stuff that I have from my P Plus streams. Should be able to just go from the get-go looking like it. Let's see. Let me do capture. Alright, let me see if I can get this going. Let's see. It might need to be a display thing. Hold on. So we'll relaunch. Sometimes the streaming software has to get used to it first, and then it starts reading it. We're definitely going to be doing a lot of like reconfiguring like screen adjustments because, you know, the first Dark Forces game is just a flat out like DOS game, which is really cool. Okay, looks like it's definitely fighting, or it's not picking up on Jedi Outcast, which is fine. We can just easily do a display. Okay. So here's what we'll do. I will relaunch the game, and then we'll go to display. So go like this, and then we'll move this. Actually, let's go to... There we go. So all this was not in the PC version. All these like intros. Because, you know, this is a GameCube port of a PC game. Move my camera up here. You know what? Let's okay, now let's go back to variety. Do this preset, and we're gonna actually shrink this to capture it all. Okay. So I'm gonna do this off of memory from elementary school. Oh my gosh, there's so much muscle memory here. So this was infinite health. Hold on. Yeah! And then if you get the cheat right, yeah, Han Solo says yeehaw. That takes me back. One of these does unlock the demo level, but you have to type in the cheat. This one's infinite ammo, I'm pretty sure. So I should have infinite ammo, force power, and health. And then one of these should unlock the demo level. Oh, one of them just unlocks all levels. Okay, we actually, okay, right. So the demo is a cheat I haven't used in a long time. That's actually one. Hold on. This is actually one I do need to look up. What? Let's see. Fudge, cherry, scooter, biscuit. Yeah, because that's one of the cheats where once you put it in once, you're good. Hold on. Let me make sure I can get this. Classic. Let's see. Go to IGN or something. Oh, that'd be great. Hold on. IGN, Jedi Outcast, GameCube cheats. Now we're really back in the early 2000s. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this takes me back. I'm going to put this in the Active Games channel in the Discord. I'm going to put it in the game chat. You gotta see this. Hold on. I'll just show the page too. Hold on. Look, I mean, it's obviously it's been updated, like the visual design, but look at this. This takes me back. GCN cheats. Updated 2019. Wow. I mean, a page like this started in the early 2000s. Unlock demo stage. Yeah, demo. Cherry, bubble, biscuit, fudge. Oh, right, peeps. For all the multiplayer characters. Well, we're gonna dive into the PC version for multiplayer maps. Yeah, Flicky. That's right. Okay, so demo. That's right. It was that blunt. Okay, we're good. Here we go. Okay, cool. We'll just do, we'll do Jedi. Even though we have infinite health, we'll do Jedi. Like normal. It's crazy. This whole level is not in the PC version. In fact, yeah, Kyle gets smuggled in a crate. But this is like a unique environment. There's like no environment like this in the final game. There's actually elements that I picked up that were ported over. There's voice lines they use here that they use for the
Be ready
full
for a
game.
quick pickup. I've got a feeling that things are about to get pretty nasty around here.
Give me a shout when you find out what's going on.
Will do.
So, oh man, this really takes me back. Yeah, we're just gonna keep default controls. I want... Yeah, you can't get... I'm pretty sure you can't get... I actually want to check one thing before we dive in. Just kind of looking at this menu again. So, again, this is the Jedi Outcast version that I grew up with. Subtitles, there we go. We'll keep everything on default. Played a lot of multiplayer with friends. A lot. It was so much fun. We're going to go into that later. Alright. But yeah, so this entire level, in fact, getting it getting it on PC would like the joke is that you'd probably get some viruses to play the demo level again. But at least they included it in the console version, the GameCube version. I know this was on Xbox. I don't know if the Xbox version has it. Probably. But definitely the GameCube version. Oh, this is so funny playing this without mouse and keyboard now. I mean, this does take me back.
That doesn't sound good.
What's crazy is, like, you know, I played this on a CRT growing up, and it's interesting playing this. We're trying this through the P+ Dolphin. Oh wait, yeah, this was you can do this. That's right. Yeah, this
My Mahmo was right, Jan. Remnant troops are crawling all over this place.
Well, that should bring the Republic level.
Prep the ship for takeoff.
Okay, I'll wait here. Don't take all day.
what was fun? Yeah, this jellyfish droid. I remember it we would do like jump scare scenarios where we'd shoot this once, and then he would he'd slowly rise through this these windows. There's just so many fun moments me and my friends and my brother had, just having this level on in the game and stuff, playing the level. Ooh, interesting. There's definitely some it might be the special P+ dolphin I'm using. I actually want to try another version of dolphin. Yeah, let me I want to test something real quick. Let me do this. We might actually, maybe non-full screen will help. Let me see. Let's try the other. I have another dolphin that's not P+. Let's try that. Let me just match the audio setting here, 53. Great. Okay, let's go audio 53. Okay, let's try this. Actually, let's see if game capture works this time. Oh, it actually, wow. Yeah, I was using the P+. Okay, so interesting. The P+ one wasn't working, but this one is. We'll just type in demo. It was fun to go through all the old cheats again, though. Great.
Be ready for a quick pickup. I've got a feeling that things are about to get pretty nasty around here.
Give me a shout when you find out what's going on.
Will do.
Okay, and then let me turn on subtitles again. It's cool they had all this covered as options.
Sound good. Mon Mothma was right, Jan. Remnant troops are crawling all over this place.
Well, that should bring the Republic running.
Prep the ship for takeoff.
Okay, I'll wait here. Don't take all day.
Yeah, so just real quick, they like maximized the utility of the GameCube controller. I'm gonna turn Rumble off. I love Rumble. I just in summer 2016, I had like a minor wrist injury. It's fine. My wrist is fine. I saw a chiropractor a few years ago, and they helped out. But stuff like Rumble, I actually try to turn off just to try to help it. But I do like a lot of stretching and stuff. Hello. I love the jellyfish droid. This is such a cool way. See, now that I'm playing this as an adult, because I played this a lot as a kid, but I'm playing this as an adult with the mindset of like, you know, the Raven Software is making a demo. How do we show off the game in a fun way? And this is a good demo. This is one of the best demos ever because already you have a good variety. You have a good variety of force powers, like a good kit. They give you 2 lightsaber forms, and then you see on the left and right here they have both the shield and the ammo dispensers. There's already a lot of funny moments. Definitely just a lot of fun in general. Great sample platter. And that's the thing. You know a demo level's good when you and your friends keep going back to the demo level because it's so funny and enjoyable to play.
Give up, rebel.
Kyle, I've got some trouble here.
Great. Well, well, the shield generator.
These blaster rifles are gonna be the end of us. Mine works fine. Once you fired a blaster carbine, you won't want to go back. What's the difference? It's all in the feel and the kickback. You can't stay on target with these things. You miss your first shot and you were lying on the ground with a hole blasted through your rubber. Anyone out there?
I love, and they even put a secret area in here, which is cool.
Out there? Give up. You're surrounded. Did you see anything?
Hello, peace be good. Sorry, mouse droid.
It's powered down.
Oh yeah, I made this mistake so many times growing up. You're supposed to walk around and go to the next elevator.
Is someone there? Let's see some ID.
Arrest him.
And this was fun. You would see stormtroopers patrolling out, and then later you would see a reborn, and he actually looks at you through the glass. It's ever that made us, like me and my friends and my brother, laugh a lot too. Like honestly, there's some like comedy horror movie stuff in this level. The jellyfish droid, and then the reborn just watching you through the window.
I sense a disturbance in the force, but there's something strange about it.
Okay, and then if you go back, right? So he spawns in. He's not staring yet. I think you have to open the door, and then he'll stare at you through the window. Hold on. If you play this on Jedi Knight or above, there's a second Reborn that fights you too.
Who's there?
This is a great way to do a demo. Okay, now he should look back. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna try to pull this off. I think you have to step a little bit closer, but he does turn around. There we go. Yeah, you have to step forward enough and then he does it. But I remember like we would go here and just look through with the binoculars. It's so funny. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is, I mean, this is another reason I say Reborns and Shadow Troopers are some of the most entertaining, some of the funniest enemies ever in any game. So we're gonna take a shot. And now he runs after us, right? And then we're gonna have him kind of like mess with the level. So you can do like this.
You are a coward.
And honestly, one of the funniest moments of my life was let's see if he jumps up here. One of the funniest moments of my life was I had two friends over. It was Cody Hughes and Landon Waisner. And we had this guy like force jump like here, I'll help him out. Okay, now you force speed. So what we did is right here is we did force speed and we hid right here and he force jumped out of the door and fell right at like that almost, and he fell right into the chasm and died. It was so funny. But yeah, this is something that definitely transferred over to the PC version. Was elevators and chasms are so strong against Reborn and Shadow Troopers. Nice. Okay, let's do, so we're gonna do Jedi Knight, where you have two of them.
Sound good.
I also love trying to like kind of speed run this growing up. I played this level a lot. Okay, so ironically, whoa, nice survival skills. So ironically, the demo level was my most played level in this game. That shows how, I mean, that's just another statement on how well made this demo level is. It is such a good sample platter of the entire game. Like, it even has reborn fights, which is really good.
Give up, rebel.
Kyle, I've got some trouble here.
Great. Well.
Oh no, they're shooting the droid. Please be good, droid. Yeah, I ran off. Getting some cardio in, huh?
Take him down. Surrender or die. No use fighting. Take him down.
Where's my cover?
I sense a disturbance in the force, but there's something strange about it.
That seeker drone's so fast. It never gets old. Yeah, I'm noticing now that I played the PC version. So he still does the taunt there. But yeah, the frame rate, they like lower the frame rate when he's far away, which is smart to preserve up close frame rates. Oh yeah, so this part you actually can kill Jan. Someone tries to hold Jan hostage here, and you can just run in, and if you use your lightsaber, you can kill Jan, and then you fail the mission.
Jan, stop where you are.
Took you long enough.
Yeah, and she handles it. But you can just run in and, like, chop them both down.
If we get out of this alive, remind me never to do that again.
Gosh, what a good demo level. It's so much fun. It's such a... Honestly, I think that's the best demo of any game. Because this is already one of the best games ever made, but that would sell, I think, anyone on average for a game like this. Like, you got a free demo like that, and the fact that as a kid, I would just pick that level the most, and all the levels are great in this game. That just says a lot. It's a lot of fun. Also, the way I found out that you kill Jan is like, you know, I tried to do like a 4-speed lightsaber chop on the officer, but you can accidentally kill Jan too. Killer demo. I'm so glad it was on the GameCube version. All right, so we're gonna start with the original Dark Forces. We're gonna go back and then forward. Let me get some coffee real quick. I forgot this game had a demo mode. If you leave the game on for a while, it loads in like a demo mode. And we're gonna look into these more, but so cool. Yeah, there's literally a map called Imperial Labs Raven, named after the company, Raven Software. Alright. Alright, so yeah, we're going from start to end. So we're going to go load in Dark Forces here. Good old DOS box. Now, Dark Forces. Let me get in. Let's see if Direct Game Capture will get it. It might. I love DOSBox. we might get it captured. This is good to know because, well, you know what? I'm probably going to be playing Daggerfall on Unity and not DOSBox. But Arena, I don't know if Arena is on Unity yet. I might be playing Arena on Elder Scrolls 1 Arena on DOSBox. I'd have to play like a nudity patch. I don't know if Arena has that. I've heard Daggerfall, unfortunately, has a little bit of nudity. So for stream, I definitely would like that censored. I'm definitely looking into it. Let me see if I can get direct capture, though. If not, that's okay. I'm sure other people have kind of looked into trying to capture a DOS game, like direct capture. Again, we can just do display, worst case scenario. Looking like that's what we need to do. I love reading this DOS box, though. Config, load primary settings from config file, dosbox.conf, but then MIDI, open device, Windows 32. So it like as like an engineer, like an audio engineer, I love seeing that the DOS box loads in the MIDI. That's so cool. So we're gonna do display setting. Let me see if I can alt enter this. Great, old school style. Okay, so you're gonna see like here. I'll show you. Here is the loading for DOSBox. So, and then you can also see that. Well, you know what? Let me expand. Gonna probably be a little bit wonky for this, unfortunately. I just expanded the screen here, but it's not expanding on stream. That's okay. Let me let's see if the game capture has got it now. Because this would be DOSBox 0.73. Okay, and then I want to see if the thing is trying to get my mouse to coast off without it shrinking. So like you do this, that. You know what we'll do? I will just take this and expand it. And there is no multiplayer here. So what we'll do is I I'm just gonna load the final level of the game. So this is kind of like obviously spoiler territory, but this whole the whole multiplayer showcase is kind of spoiler territory because we go through a bunch of maps made like redone for multiplayer or remixed for it. So I'm gonna go to the Arc Hammer, and we won't play the full mission, but I'm gonna do a kind of a little playthrough of the final mission of the game. I love these DOS cutscenes. So I love, again, this is where Dark Troopers, let's go hard mode for a little bit. We'll play a little bit of this level. But this is where Dark Troopers debuted, and there they are in Mandalorian, which was so awesome to see. I do love that Steam has DOSBox. So another reason, like, to show the final level is you basically have access to all the weapons now. So we're gonna do like a kind of brief weapon showcase. Super Quake-like, right? So I love that in this game, you don't have a lightsaber in this game. He's not a Jedi Knight yet. That's the next one. And there's no right click like Alt Fire. But yeah, you got your blaster pistol, staple in every Jedi Knight Dark Forces game. Basically, the right click for the blaster rifle in later games is the default left click in this game, which is really cool. Detonators, instant detonation in this game. Later on, yeah, they have a timer, but definitely helps with that fast pace. See, you can hold shift and you're moving just like Doom. I mean, it is, a Doom. It's built on the Doom engine. This weapon's a lot of fun. So you basically could do like, a shift run, like in a Doom engine, and move like this, which is a lot of fun to do. This weapon, this weapon does not come back, but I'd love to see it in another Star Wars game. I like how it fires in sequence from left to right. You got a mine here, which you got to be careful for. This, yeah. Oh man, that animation is so cool. Look at that. Right? And then yeah, you got the grenade launcher. Oh my gosh, this weapon too. It's been a while. I played this game like right after the pandemic happened, or like right after we went into like lockdown. And wow, they should bring this weapon back too. Super fun, right? So let's go ahead and explore a little bit at the level. Let me get I'm trying to remember what the action key was. It's definitely on here. There was, the game's not even reading right click as an option. Is it X? Saw something there. Yeah, C is crouch. Oh, there is an alt fire, but it's R. I don't think I ever knew that. I played all this game without using an alt fire. Look at that. Oh yeah, this one's fun too. That one does come back. Yeah, it's not really an alt fire with this one. Ooh, it shoots all four? That's so cool. Yeah, a tri-shot. I love that. And then it's just, yeah, this one's just throwing a detonator. Okay, that one doesn't really have one. Or that one. That's great. Okay, now I need to get the key down. There it is. So let's play a little bit, and then we'll go into the next game.
stop where you are.
I like that they carried over shields from this game into all the other games. Also, in this game, there's no, you don't use your mouse to aim up and down. I just love these kind of like DOS limitations. It's a lot of fun. I would love to have access to the midis, because this is the Death Star run converted for like DOS MIDI. Also, yeah, the range of explosives in this game is pretty incredible. Yeah, I love that 3D model. Oh yeah, and then the crane will get you. Also, very Quake-like is instant respawn. I mean, I guess Doom, very Doom-like. But yeah, Quake can be like that too, with the instant respawns. Let's do one more room. Alright, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if you can destroy this crane. Sounds like it took damage. Okay, so we're gonna stop here, but this is a good way to show all the weapons you get at the end of the game. Also, just kind of a good small sample platter. Yeah, like I said, this is a game I did beat off stream, right after we had lockdown with the pandemic. But I'm glad that I was able to tackle Dark Forces 2 and beyond on stream. Played a little bit of Dark Forces before that, but all right, speaking of, let's go right into Dark Forces 2. All right, let's see if game capture works here. Should. We will see. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's picking up, and that's okay. Let's try again. Okay, we'll just do display. All good. Okay. Multiplayer. Alright, so we're gonna just briefly go through each map in the game. Spire fans game. MapQuest time. Time limit. And we're gonna do about 2 minutes per map. There's definitely a lot of maps, which is cool. I think single level, so this is great. I think this lets me play through all of them. We'll do Jedi capture the flag first. I don't know. I don't think there's bots, and that's okay. Because a big priority is we're just kind of exploring each level. Ooh, this one, yeah, you kind of, that's right, you kind of rotate, and in fact, my display is off. Hold on. That's right. I remember this now. It, the menu's a lot smaller. Okay, so we'll do display. Let's get this back. We have it set to full screen, so I actually think we might be able to. Do this. Okay. So we need to drag. Okay, kind of got a visual reference here. Do like this, this, this. Let's try it. Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, is that a scoreboard? That's awesome. Oh, it's like a teleporter? Okay. Yeah, I love you press tab for kind of like a grid line map. Whoa! Yeah, that's cool. Gosh, and again, this is another reason I wanted to do this. Not just a celebration of the entire Jedi Knight series, but it's kind of like Metroid Prime Hunters. Like, you're missing out if you don't look into how much work was put into the multiplayer maps in all these games, aside from Dark Forces 1, but like we saw, Dark Forces 1 had a lot of fun, like Doom-like stuff. Definitely could have been fun multiplayer, but I don't know if the technology at the time would have let them. I don't know if there's a visual timer, but oh yeah, that's right. You can just get out your lightsaber in multiplayer too. I think multiplayer turns music off too. That's okay.
The red flag has been taken.
Oh, you have
The
to
gold
jump?
team is in the lead.
So you have to like shift to jump out?
The red flag is captured.
Time limit reached.
Gold wins.
Do you have, is your lightsaber yellow because of the team you're on? Alright, let's see if it loads. That cool. Yeah, it loads. Ooh, again, this is like a, I think this is an R-shot. No. I remember this level in Dark Forces 2. Yeah, cool. They made a multiplayer map out of it. And yeah, definitely can be prone to fall damage. Oh, these shoots are so cool. And then, yeah, the kind of like darker lighting is pretty cool too. Do you like crouch? Oh, you do. You crouch jump through these. That's awesome. Well, I did not turn the music up. I think music gets turned off by default for multiplayer, and that's okay. Just kind of a fun walkthrough of all these multiplayer maps. Again, it's just like, not only was there a lot of work that was put into the multiplayer maps, but you know, it's like Metroid Prime Hunters. And in fact, unfortunately, I think it's in a more vacant state because I mean, you technically could still play with other people. You know, the thing with Metroid Prime Hunters is you can actually, because someone bought servers in Europe, you can play against people, usually at least 1 or 2 people online through random matchmaking on average. But definitely because of Discord, you can usually just find active games throughout the day on Prime Hunters. This game, I don't know if there's anyone that actively plays. I'm sure there's a few people that get together and play for fun. But all that being said, it's just like this is like a almost lost art that I'm still glad that multiplayer maps are still in this game. Not like they would remove it, but I definitely, yeah, if you're gonna check out this Jedi Knight series, I think it's important to take a look at the maps. I'm having a lot of fun just kind of exploring this. Yeah, the tri-shot from Dark Forces 1 is there. That was cool. I think it's one more map for this mode. Ooh, this one's got, yeah, some graffiti on the wall. That's cool. I like that they use similar assets, but it is a different map. They must have had a lot of fun. I mean, I would have a lot of fun making a really great single-player campaign and then using those assets to make multiplayer maps. Metroid Prime Hunters is kind of seen as the opposite, where it started out as a big multiplayer-focused game, but they were able to make a really cool campaign out of it. Flesh out the, you know, I think obviously some of the maps start as multiplayer, but not all of them. I think they actually were like, oh, let's make a campaign, and they're like, oh, we can turn all of the lobbies, which are called gateways, into maps too, which is really cool. Oh, I like this open area. Oh my gosh, this must be crazy for like kind of grenade explosive plays. This is definitely the definition of I have the high ground, which is fun if you're on the low ground and you're trying to like adapt to, or just adapt in that scenario. You know, I know people love that high ground line, but Obi-Wan's right. It is a great positional advantage, just in general. Just because the lower, you know, the ground gives you kind of like a height barrier. And as we saw, Anakin was really arrogant, so he got punished for it. Oh yeah, this weapon. You know, it'd be great actually after this map, because this game doesn't play music. I'm gonna play a little bit of like synthwave. I also just love how much Star Wars is, you know, stuff like this is very intertwined with like a synthwave aesthetic. Oh, and it's like a bridge over that. Okay. Oh my gosh, the shooter, can you shoot inside? Yes. That's so cool. That'd be a fun like crossfire moment. Yeah, this is a great position to have because you can cover here and you can shoot across here. Now this is capture the flag, but still in terms of like getting kills, man, I love this graffiti art. It's so awesome. Bunch of health packs here, nice. Oh, and there's, wow, I didn't even know there's an underwater part here. I don't think the game will end until I technically get a point. Even with 2 minutes. Which, I mean, that's fine. Kind of becomes like a you explore until you capture the flag scenario. Is there, okay, there's no way to pull that down. I don't think there's any switch. Oh, I love that soundscape. Wonder how many people died in like an elevator like this where it falls down. So you can't open from this side? Yeah, you need the red key. Gotcha. So this is like you get the red key to access the door. Firefan's destiny has been chosen. Oh, there's the yellow key. Gotcha. So we're trying to get to the red base. Yeah, I'm trying to analyze where's the point that you cross over. It might actually just be this. Like a very blunt, like, I do like how it's like TFC and TF2, where the arrows are kind of, you know, there's like color-coded like arrows and markings. I think we're on the red side now. Yeah, looks like that's how this map's designed. I think we're here. Then you have to go inside like a basement area to get the flag. This is actually pretty Two Fort like. You know, this would be, yeah, you have to get a key, and after you get the key, you have to go access the flag elsewhere. Or the key helps you get out of the door, right? And then you still gotta do a jump here. I feel like if I made this competitive, it would probably be like a 1-to-1, because I bet that 1-to-1 would be fierce. I've actually thought about, like, okay, I want to host.
The red flag has been taken. The gold team is in the lead.
Does that win by default? It might. I want to see if just taking the flag beats like a sudden death. Anyway, you know, in the future I plan to do like monthly TF2 tournaments once we have enough players interested. And it would be Highlander style. And one of those things is I actually want to bring back competitive capture the flag, because that used to be played. But I think what you do to remix it, I love capture the flag. I think for the sake of like time, and you know, making it obviously, you know, you're pushing for competitive, but you want to value time too. It'd probably be first to one. And then there's a overarching time limit, and I just have it to where if it goes into overtime, you either turn off respawns or it's whichever flag is closest to the other base wins. That might require some coding though. So I think what actually we would do is, I think there's a way you can code TF2 to where if overtime happens, you turn off respawning.
Team is in the lead.
So there's where you use the red key. Oh, and then it's almost like direct access to the yellow base. That's really cool. Oh, interesting. I didn't even see this part. So I want to see if, yeah, if you cap the flag, you capture the flag, it should end the game. Let's see. But yeah, you would turn off respawning. It would still be first to one. So it'd be like, as time goes on, you know, on average, people would get kills. And if there's less team members, there's less to defend the flag.
The gold team is in the lead.
I think you just go here.
The red flag is captured.
Yeah, and that's it. Cool.
The gold team is in the lead.
Let me pull up a playlist. Oh, whoops. Let's get some synthwave music going. And then let me get display back up. Yeah, I have to reconfigure like these window sizes and stuff. It's really funny. Let's see if this works. Might have accidentally, yeah.
Team is in the lead.
Might have accidentally dragged it down a bit. Hold on. Alright. So I think there's only 3 capture the flag levels from what we saw. Yeah. So now we'll do this. And we'll do all the Jedi training levels. I love the context of knowing what that statue is now, because that's the second to last boss in the game. I honestly thought it was just kind of a piece of like potential like Sith art, or like Sith / Dark Jedi art. I guess it kind of is. 'Cause that guy's a Dark Jedi, but he like transformed into a statue. This is really cool. Ooh, I like this shutter door a lot. I'm guessing you could just... Oh, do you turn this off? I bet, yeah, there's some way to get that. I bet you turn off that shield to get that type of weapon. That's really interesting. That's a fun... I know the designers were, like, having a lot of fun designing where these weapons go. Reminds me of Metroid Prime Hunters, where I could tell they were purposely putting certain weapons in different places. Just like understanding like the different contexts of, you know, it's kind of like those things where it's like naturally some of these Prime Hunters weapons are really good in these situations. Like in Combat Hall, the only affinity weapon offered is the Magmaul, if it's not your affinity weapon, and that, you know, that weapon's really good for like the hallway bouncing, because it's a flare gun grenade launcher. And then like in Stasis Bunker, the Imperialist, the sniper rifle weapon, is in the far reaches. You have to go out of your way to get it, and because it covers 2 of the 4 respawn points, too, where you get, so you could definitely start getting a bunch of headshot kills pretty fast for half of the level. Oh, I like the color coding here. That's cool. Oh, I love this. My senses actually kind of got thrown off a little bit here, just because it's like rendered, and you know you're in a 3D game, not like DOS anymore. But that's really cool. I like this a lot. It's like my instincts kicked in of don't fall, but my like depth perception with this like artistic background, it threw me for a loop for a second. That was really cool. Yeah, so basically I'm doing all of these multiplayer maps blind. But some of the Mysteries of the Sith, I did go through all the maps. Oh, the elevator doesn't kill you in multiplayer here. Interesting. Can you just go down the chute here? Yeah. Concussion rifle. Yeah, you could detonator jump. So you get the concussion rifle and you drop down here. That's funny. like this shields room. It's a cool map. Blades of Death. It's a fun starting room. Ooh, I like this a lot. Multi-story, got a fan going here. Okay. Does the switch I hit turn off the fan? Yes. So you get to turn off the fan and then you have a timing window to get in there. So when there's other people here, that's really interesting. You kind of have to like predict when someone hit the fan switch, because if it's too late, you might get chopped up. Oh, this is really cool. You have to like do like a well-timed jump. Uh-huh. So that's a switch, I think. Interesting. Do you shoot up through the tunnel there? Love that view. Ooh, this corridor. Yeah, this is really cool. And then, yeah, you shoot up and get the weapon. Okay. That's cool. This is a pretty small map. I mean that in a good way. I think player maps for shooters are underrated. Yeah, good use of the canyon level assets here. Oh, yeah, Oasis is right. It's like an artificial oasis. That's really cool. There's even water down here. Oh, okay, it's not water. Oh, yes, there's water here. Ooh, interesting terrain. Yeah, you go underwater and there's actually a lot to fight underwater, which you can get a lot of kills here. Pretty good design because, you know, I bet the creators were like, okay, what incentive can we have the players to go underwater for? And yeah, weapons and power-ups, which that starts to conduct a bit more traffic underwater. You know, in deathmatch shooter games, we call it, you know, traffic, where are places that naturally have high traffic in a map. And water is like anti-traffic in a lot of cases, just because when you're moving around like this, you know, you're slower. But if you create incentives of like really strong power-ups and all that, a lot of goods, it can naturally bolster some traffic. This is really cool. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. It's just an art form to multiplayer map design. Is it a lost art form? I don't think so. There's still a lot of TF2 maps being made to this day. It's really cool to see. You know, the server I play on, Uncle Topia, they incorporate competitive maps, and then Chicago 4 actually incorporates maps that are currently being tested for competitive, which is really cool. Or it incorporates competitive maps that aren't like in the Valve map pool yet, could be later. I'm an advocate for maps like Bagel to definitely be pushed for like casual play as well. Yeah, all the maps that are played in like Highlander and Sixes with like RGL that aren't in the casual map pool, I would definitely love to see in the casual map pool. I also would like to see Bagel played in Highlander. It's a really, really fun map. Oh, I like this. Ooh, this is a cool kind of like, yeah, an S design where you could... Okay, you don't even fall to your death. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I'd fall to my death, but... Definitely take fall damage, but that's a fun part of the risk. Yeah, this is part of the game where Jarek's ship is nearby. That might be like a remixed Jarek ship actually right there, yeah. So again, this area wouldn't get a lot of natural foot traffic. In deathmatch, let's say there's 8 players, free for all, but the incentive is, oh, come get power-ups. But, you know, people that don't get power-ups can have a high ground advantage here, but you can take cover. It's fun. I love game design like this. Whoa! Yeah, I love, this is so cool. High risk when you go out to those bridges. I think that's the respawn points though, like the default ones. Oh, this is the Dark Jedi fight you do. Okay, they turned this into a multiplayer map. Let's see what happens. This is, I remember fighting here. You know what? I remember fighting her, and this area here was pretty distinct for being a boss fight. I was like, you could just kind of lead her into this area and have a lot of different like repositioning opportunities. And lo and behold, I wonder if this started as a multiplayer asset first, because there's no stormtroopers here. Maybe it doubled up, you know. This is cool. Oh, are we back on this map again? Uh-huh. Let me check out the map pool. think we're good, because this should be the boss fight level. Let me see. Yeah, cool. Alright, let's go to Mysteries of the... Actually looked through every multiplayer map here, but we're doing a full showcase. So totally fine to do it again. They're just fun to explore in general. Let me once again see if direct capture worked. Okay, so this one is also, we'll do display based. Let's do time limit. And we looked through all these last time. Again, totally fine. Let's do 1 minute on these. At the end of Mysteries of the Sith, my playthrough, you can see me go through these as well. So we'll kind of do like a complimentary run through of these. Okay, should be able to do, yeah. Well, you know what? I think some of them get covered in other areas. Let me see. Yeah, we'll go through all versions. That's fine. 1 minute. Man, yeah, I love the sky here. I love the central elevator. This guy like dampers like force powers. Yeah, I love the rustic design here. In the hallways, yep. Or, yeah, the lower hallways. I love that he's on like a tree branch. Yeah, the cameras. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, I like how Mysteries of the Sith as like a, I mean, it's basically its own game. it would be like a big DLC expansion at this if it came out now, but you know it brought in a lot of multiplayer maps, which is really cool. But yeah, Mysteries of the Sith is basically a big DLC game. I mean, it's honestly, it's seen as an expansion pack, but it's like its own game. It has its own story and all that. It takes place after Jedi Knight. I remember this. The momentum tunnels, oh, that's so much fun. Hey, you can shoot people like looking out here. Movement in these games is great, and even once they stop doing as much like Doom and Quake movement with Jedi Knight 2, I mean, by that time you have force speed as well. Well, you have force speed in this game and the game before, but you know, force speed is like force Jedi acrobatics you do in the next game. Definitely a fun way to kind of like a new way of doing super fast movement. There he is. Yeah, this is a Sith Temple map. It's really cool. Where's the, isn't there like a third person? I picked Darth Vader, but he's got, ungloved hands. It's alright. That tab is the map. Yeah, they turned the coolant level into a multiplayer level. This is really cool. This gun never gets old. I mean, all the weapons in the Jedi Knight games don't. I never get tired of that sky effect. That's so cool. So it's this level again. We're repeating. Let's go to the next mode. Okay, do multiplayer. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, this was the area heavily inspired by the Darth Vader duel in Episode 5 on Bespin. So cool. Oh man, yeah, the lights turn on. It's cool coming back to this. Pretty recent. So like I said, we've already played all the Mysteries of the Sith maps in the final playthrough. I just kind of do an overview, and that actually was when I was doing that, I was like, you know, there's a lot of multiplayer in all these games. I need to do a showcase. A lot of these maps I've never seen before. I've seen all these, obviously, and the Jedi Outcast ones, but Academy and the game before this one were all new to me. I remember this. I'm gonna say that a lot, but it's like, I mean that in like admiration. Like, this is so cool. Look at this like backdrop. Definitely Episode 6 inspired. This seems like a really strong lightsaber map. I don't know how much damage the lightsaber does in multiplayer. Probably a decent amount. Usually in deathmatch FPS games and multiplayer FPS in general, the close range melee weapons tend to do a lot of damage. I mean, in TF2's case, you know, Spy's knife can just instant kill on backstab. But that being said, some FPS games have the melee weapons as emergency weapons. So Spy is a special case, because the other classes' stock weapons, they're just kind of meant to be, yeah, like emergency, I don't have ammo type melee weapons. But in this game, yeah, because the lightsaber is such a big item, big weapon, I'm pretty certain it would do a decent... I mean, it definitely does good damage in Jedi Outcast, like pretty high damage. This is cool. This reminds me of Fuel Stack and Metroid Prime Hunters. I love multiplayer deathmatch maps where it's like a vertical spiral like this. There's a lot of crazy like interactions that can happen from that type of terrain alone. There is... I wonder if that's... Yeah, I was gonna say, this is probably... There's no items here, so I bet you fall through. Oh, there's a back to tank, actually. That's pretty good. Well, fall through. Probably... you might. Yeah, that's fun. Rifle. I love the right click, how it's like a delayed shot. Well, it's like a sonic boom shot, which is really cool. Okay, Darth Vader's voice is dies of fall damage. Yeah, we saw that last time we played Mysteries of the Sith. There is that lower kind of like 9 square platform area. This, we're gonna see one of my most favorite multiplayer maps ever in the next game, which is actually the thumbnail, which is Death Star and Jedi Outcast. And this like is pretty similar. I mean, they both take the Emperor's Room and recreate it for multiplayer. In Jedi Outcast, it's like they make a full multiplayer version of the entire Death Star that's covered by Episode 4. So obviously, yeah, you're not fighting on the whole Death Star. You know, it's a moon-sized space station. But it's basically Episode 4 Death Star. Like, all the moments that happen in Episode 4 is put together in one map. It's really impressive. It's easily one of my most favorite FPS maps ever. This is a lot of fun, too. I like seeing kind of something that is a bit of a prequel to this map. And yeah, you can just go up here on like the higher levels and walk on the beams and stuff, which is really cool. Gosh, I love that water sound effect. The backdrop of like water dropping in a cave area. So great. Yeah, and at the very end you can see the moisture. So cool. Yeah, I love that you can see that ship outside. This is another great, like, small corridor type map where lights go hand. Lightsabers and like mines, like explosive type weapons, like holding choke points. Gosh, I remember doing this. This is so much fun. This is like taking Luke's home, right? Uncle Owen and Baruk, and making a map off of like those type of designs. This is specifically Luke's home, but it's like the fact that this is like the kitchen area and they have items you can't get, but they just kind of place there to kind of add to like, oh yeah, here's some containers, could be cups, mugs, you know. I like this carpet here. The sky's cool. This centerpiece, which I mean has an item above it and technically could be used as like a pseudo wall. The table. Yeah, this is not Luke's house. You got a 1-seat table. I do wonder, I guess, what happened to Luke's farm home after episode 6. I'll have to look into what they cover in like the expanded universe, just in general. Again, I love these stars, the red and yellow. It's so cool. Luke, I'm coming after you. Spire fan is no more. I love that. That like game announcement. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, another map inspired by the duel in episode 5. I just want more maps like that. Like, I love the use of turning levels into multiplayer maps. Like, this is almost this multiplayer map here is like the entire level. There's an entire level that's just this map. It's slightly remixed, but I love that. I also love when they just flat out go out of their way to recreate like movie terrain. Like we're gonna see with the Death Star map, or the Death Star map in this game. One thing I want to do is when I do TF2 tournaments, I have this big project I want to do where I take levels from the Legend of Zelda games and I turn them into TF2 maps. That's a big like project I want to do, where it would be like we would do like a TF2 Highlander event, right? And then we would do like control points Clock Town, payload Clock Town. I thought about that a lot, like turning Clock Town into a potential like payload map. I think that'd be a lot of the reason I say payload is, one, I think it works well with Clock Town's design, especially how it has like these like sideways slopes. But also, if the map isn't symmetrical, it's not fair if you do King of the Hill or control points. You could do attack defend though. So like definitely, unless the map is symmetrical, the Zelda maps would like always be payload or like attack defend. But I definitely plan to do something like that. Clocktown would be the first map. That'd be obviously a big project. Making a map is, it's definitely a pretty big challenge, but I'm borderline addicted to the challenge. I want to do that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. From what I've seen other people do, this is also another cool episode 5 recreation. In fact, I think you have to do like a concussive rifle jump to get out of here. Oh, you just press F. That's funny. I'm glad I learned that. One thing I've seen TF2 map creators do is, as an audio engineer, is they do like a Doppler effect with audio in the map. So as you get closer to, okay, this is a repeat. As you get closer to areas of the map, music will fade in and out. So I was like, oh my gosh, if you got close to some of the shops, it could play the Majora's Mask music, which is really fitting because Majora's Mask did a slight remixing of the Ocarina of Time shop theme, and they made it sound like it was coming out of like a speaker rather than it just being played as like background music. They actually kind of added it as like, it's like canon music. you know, it's like in Ocarina of Time, the music is basically for the environment, for the player, for the atmosphere. But in Majora's Mask, it's like, it's canon. Like, Link hears that. Like, you hear it through speakers being played. I love that so much, and I want to do something similar. So we're not Darth Vader this time. This is our last section of maps for this game. Okay, so I love this detail here. This is the ship that Luke was, like, flying, like the model ship. He's just kind of sitting down, flying the ship around for a bit in episode 4, so they made a full ship out of it, which is really cool. But yeah, I definitely have some Zelda maps on my mind. Windfall Island is another one I think would be a really good payload map because it arcs around, so you could find a lot of spots to make points and objective points. Definitely want to take at least one area from each of the 4 like Hero of Time games. So, you know, Clock Town for Majora's Mask, Windfall Island for Wind Waker, and then I'm gonna look more into like Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time. But it should be a lot of fun if we can get this rolling. The water in Windfall Island would have to be, I'd have to import probably the shark infested water. I wonder if I can model swap the shark with the Gyorgs, which is funny. In Wind Waker, there's Gyorgs, and they're named after the boss in Majora's Mask, but they don't look super similar to Gyorg, but I really like that they are named after the boss. So let's see if we can do like a model swap. If I can see the character model, that's alright. You can't hear. In fact, they made sure that you could recreate the Emperor dying scene like this. So here's the upper area again, really cool. They included this, the part where Darth Vader's kind of taunting Luke and Luke's hiding up here. It's really cool. Ooh, that's a pretty generous jump there they did. I'm sure they tested it a bit to make sure you don't like fall through the elevator. It is interesting testing the range of when the game registers you as dying from falling, because that Bespin level, it took a while to die from falling. It's really funny. Okay, so this is a cycle back. All right, so we're gonna move on. Jedi Outcast now. Let me double check. Also, before we leave, I do want to show off some of the character options. So, oh, tick rate. I didn't even know that was an option. That's really cool. So yeah, let's show off the characters. So you got Darth Vader, Kyle Katarn. I love the demo of them running in a circle. Dark Kyle, Dark Ron, Saris. If it loads, there you go. Yeah, it has to, every time you change character, it has to load in the model. Yun. Ooh, it is, it's like, I wonder if it's almost overclocking. When I'm just moving my mouse, the game is really fighting to load. Alright. It actually might have froze. Okay, my display is frozen. The camera still says it's recording though. So I'm going to keep talking as if we're live. I might have to go to a part 2. Yeah, I might actually have to turn off my computer. It is like hard frozen. Okay, I'm gonna do part 2. 1 second.